I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your eye weather. Thunderstorms developing along a cold front track southeast through this evening, mostly across Nebraska and far northern Kansas. Storms could be severe, especially along the northwest of a line from Columbus to Grand Island and Arapahoe, where there is a slight risk at level 2 of 5. The slight risk extends west to areas from Valentine to Ogallala. The main threats from this evening at 7 to just after midnight include half-dollar size hail and wind gusts to 60. A second round of thunderstorms develops in the west after midnight, stays mostly to the north of I-80 as they track to the east. Most rain amounts should range a quarter to a half inch, but we could see some localized heavy amounts. In behind that cold front, highs cool to the 70s to the low 80s for tomorrow all the way through Monday. Westerly wind gusts at 35 to 50 and drier air increase fire concerns tomorrow to critical levels. As low pressure lifts out of the Four Corners, occasional thunderstorms expected Saturday evening through Tuesday, especially Sunday night through Monday night when severe storms are possible late in the day. On Tuesday, highs drop into the mid-60s to the low 70s. That cooler trend lasts through the long-term forecast. Temperatures in Nebraska and Kansas mostly cooler than normal Monday through the day after Memorial Day on May 27th, especially the early to middle parts of next week. Chances are good for above normal rainfall in Nebraska and Kansas the early half of next week before trending near normal for rainfall late next week through May 27th. Soil temperatures at the 4-inch depth this morning at 7 in all of Nebraska and Kansas in the low 60s. Key weather factors driving the markets include effects of heavy rain in the southeast U.S., a change to more rain farther north in the U.S., and dryness in China and Australia. A weakening storm over the eastern U.S. could produce an additional inch or two of rain in the mid-Atlantic states, possibly some flooding after heavy rain yesterday. An early season heat wave across the north central U.S. breaks the next few days as the storm system marches eastward. Parts of the northern plains may even experience weekend frost just shortly after daytime highs approaching or reaching 100. Drought-easing rainfall could total 2 to 4 inches or more in the Dakotas and nearby areas. A storm in the central plains early next week moves east with widespread rain for the Corn Belt. Additional disturbances may continue occasional rain the rest of the week in the nation's midsection. Extreme heat develops farther south with summer-like temperatures from the southern plains into the southeast. Temperatures turn much cooler across the northern half of the U.S., gradually making it farther south over the Memorial Day weekend. Australia's wheat areas continue to be mostly dry with only spotty rain in the east through Friday. Central China's drier conditions are stressing developing and filling wheat and recently planted corn and soybeans. Northern China's soil moisture is higher, but temperatures are much cooler through next week. Southern Brazil, in need of rain for wheat planting and establishment and corn in the filling stage, only expects spotty rain for early next week. With your check of ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.